I'd like to call the Monday, October 20th, 2025 City of LaPorte Common Council meeting to order. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. In honor of having Fran Milo in the house, would you lead us, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Clerk Treasurer Parthun.
Councilman Frankie?
Here.
Councilwoman Huffman? Here. Councilwoman Ficus is absent. Councilman Galloway?
Here.
Councilwoman West?
Here.
Councilman Buchanan?
Here.
And Councilwoman Konechny is absent. So 5 present, 2 absent.
Approval of October 6, 2025 meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
I would like to make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Petitions and comments of citizens. We will begin with Joan O'Brien. Please come forward, state your name and address for the record, and remind everybody that this is not a Q&A. Please, no personal attacks, and there is a 3-minute limit. So welcome, Ms. O'Brien. It's great to see you.
Yes, hi. I just want to just to say same stuff I said the other day, that I don't agree with taxes increase for anything, anywhere right now. Everyone's struggling. So many people are out of work. I have been living on just a thread for 3 months, barely making my nips go. And I can't imagine one more dime anywhere for taxes or annexations, because I don't understand how we're going to pay for it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, and I would appreciate it, because you did such a good job at that lit meeting. I would like you to do the same tonight. You see what I'm saying?
Well, this board, just so you know, isn't in
I
support
understand.
of passing any of that income tax. We're on the same, all of us are on the same
No
page
more
as you
taxes?
are. To oppose what the county wants to do.
What about here?
No, we don't have any,
About someone said it was for, and as I quote, someone was calling me an old, misinformed woman. Fine, I'm old, I'm misinformed, that's fine. But if we had the meetings and what it was about, and where the money was gonna go a month in advance, maybe I'd be more informed. Because I'm a slow learner maybe, huh? I don't care. I'm just saying, no annexations, no taxes, and please talk to everybody today the way you did at the lit meeting. That would be great.
Thank you.
That's all I got to say.
thank you. Steve Holyfield. The Kingsbury King Hall of Famer coming forward.
Good evening. Steve Hollifield, 6782 East Hunter South Mill Creek. First of all, I just want to say it was a pleasure and honor to work with the city staff throughout this annexation. I'm glad we annexed it. I'm glad we kept that base there, because the blizzard in '78, we couldn't have done it without them here in the county. And Roger, I don't remember '67, but I know you brought that up before. Yeah, and and one thing you might not remember, sir, but on that blizzard of '78 when it started, that was the year we lost the 6th grade basketball championship to Mill Creek Wildcats that year. So I just want to say it's an honor and pleasure working with everybody throughout that process, and I'm glad we got her done. Thank you.
Thank you. And I do want to thank the commissioners for working well with Mr. Otis and the council to make sure that that base stays here where it belongs in the city of LaPorte. Second and final reading of an ordinance establishing a Department of, I apologize. Yes, standing committee reports. Council President Frankie.
Redevelopment Commission meets next Wednesday, the 29th, 5:15 here in council chambers. That's all I have. Thank you.
Councilwoman Huffman.
The Sustainability Commission will meet on Tuesday, October 28th at 4 p.m. in council chambers. End of report.
Councilman Galloway.
The Mayor's Veterans Committee met on October 13th. We had the LaPorte Band Director there. I think everything's pretty well set for Veterans Day. And Don Heichel will be the speaker. It'll be our 30th annual. And you can get brick dedication forms there. And Tuesday, October 14th, the Police Merit Commission met. Now we're going through Enterprise to rent the cars. And let's see, the grant was okayed for 2 police officers. They're not sure when the money's gonna come, but I guess they got the okay. And it'll be like a 75-25 split for 3 years. And let's see here. Next meeting is changed to November 17th. That's all I got.
Councilwoman West.
The bid board met on Tuesday, October 14th, with their focus on approving the 2026 budget and plans for the upcoming season. Downtown leaf pickup and snow removal were approved, and bid will meet Monday, November 10th at 5 o'clock in city chambers. The UEA met on Wednesday, October 15th. No update yet on digitizing files. Business grants were discussed and approved, one for Enzo Restaurant at 601 Michigan, and one to repave the old fire station parking lot at 910 State Street. And also a community enhancement grant was approved for Plaza 618 for the Christmas tree lights. Their next meeting will be November 19th at 4 o'clock for the public, with our 3 o'clock meeting for the budget in city chambers. Fire Merit Commission, to report here would be all the performance ratings of all the personnel will be completed by December, and the oral interviews for the promotional exams will be conducted on October 22nd and 23rd. And also just a reminder to everyone from our fire department to charge any lithium-ion battery device on a hard surface, never on a bed, couch, or under a pillow, and don't overcharge. Once it's at 100%, unplug and move on. Also, if you have they have a wealth of information on those ion batteries on their Facebook page, so please check that out if you need additional information. And the next meeting will be November 5th at 6:30 at Fire Station Number 1.
I think there was just a flight coming from China yesterday that had a fire due to that exact reason, so take it serious.
Yeah.
Councilman Buchanan.
Historic Preservation Commission meets tomorrow here in council chambers at 5:30. That's it.
In LaPorte, we've tried to set that high standard, high expectations, and to say we are proud is an understatement. We're fortunate to have a great team here that makes us all proud of our LaPorte Airport. And Ed Volk, if you don't mind coming forward and sharing some great news for the public.
Have you ever known a lawyer who minded coming forward to the microphone? Nick, I know, does not. Yeah. Yes, my name is Ed Volk. I'm president of the airport board, and I am very pleased to be here. Last Wednesday was the meeting of the State Aviation Association, meets annually, and each year it approves and hands out the award for the best airport in the state of Indiana. And this year, the LaPorte Municipal Airport was named that award, and we're just thrilled. I would be remiss if I didn't identify some of the people who are here who makes this happen on a regular basis. First, I'm going to mention our board members.
And please stand when you're
Sure.
announced.
First, I know you all know Rich Schmidt. Rich Schmidt, you may not know, has been on the airport board for 40 years, been a valuable member. Fran Milo, you mentioned her name earlier, so I guess everybody knows Fran. I would think so. A lot of people don't know that Fran is a pilot and a very, very helpful member of that board. And Dale Fisher has been with our board, about 12 years? Yeah, terrific, and we're happy to have him. He bought my airplane years ago, so I'm always pleased with that. Okay, and then there are the people who make this place happen and work on a day-to-day basis. Eric Bobchek is our airport director, and Rachel Bolahanis is our operations manager. And they are terrific and do a lot of work, and we really appreciate them. And I want to say we really appreciate the mayor and the members of the council. I get around the state pretty rapidly, see the members who are dealing with their mayors, their city council, and they're not so fortunate. made a lot of progress in the years, and you don't do that alone. You need the help of City Hall, that's for certain. So thank you very much.
Well, Ed, we're so appreciative of all that you all have done, and I think we'd be remiss if we didn't add Laura Konechny, because she has really taken the time and effort to understand the airports, the in and out of how things work.
Yes, she's a remarkable liaison.
So I could have our team come forward. I assume you brought the plaque, of course. But come forward, we would like a picture with our team. And what about Mr. Sharon that keeps you above water financially?
I didn't mention Mr. Sharon. Mr. Sharon does keep us above water with Courtney's help.
Board members, Jim, everybody, Ed?
Oh, there you go.
Bert?
Oh, here, you guys scooch in.
Hold on, Roger and Tim are coming.
Tim's in.
Thank you all, congratulations. Steve, tell him, Politics 101, you carry that award everywhere.
I'm looking up to you, big guy.
And don't forget, gents and ladies, the nice thing about these meetings, you're done with your business, you'll have a great evening.
We're on here again. Mayor, real quick, as a couple of us came into the meeting tonight over the overpass, a very large jet was flying into LaPorte, and Mr. Fisher reported that was from Oakland, flew in from Oakland, California.
No
So,
kidding.
it's a very large private jet, so it's a reminder of the importance of our airport.
If I wasn't just with the mayor at a meeting, I thought he was flying in from.
Second and final reading of an ordinance. Council President Frankie.
Your Honor, I move to read an ordinance for the second and final time by title only.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Council President Frankie.
An ordinance establishing a Department of Economic Development and authorizing related matters.
Any comments? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Second final reading of an ordinance for appropriations and tax rates for the 2026 airport budget.
I would like to make a motion to read an ordinance by title only for the second and final time.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Councilwoman Huffman.
Thank you. Ordinance or resolution for appropriations and tax rates. This has to do with the LaPorte Municipal Airport Authority.
And this is the budget for 2026 that we discussed at the last meeting. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Second final reading of an ordinance, Redevelopment Commission. Council President Frankie.
First, I'd like to point out to you, these are all existing ordinances and tax rates. Nothing's being raised tonight.
Adopting them for next year.
Yeah. I move to read an ordinance by title only for the second and final time.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Council President Frankie.
An ordinance for appropriations and tax rates of 2026 redevelopment commission budget.
Do I have a motion to
Motion to
approve?
approve.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Second and final reading for ordinance for appropriations and tax rates for 2026 civil city budget. Councilwoman West.
Your Honor, I move to read an ordinance for the second time by title only.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Councilwoman West.
An ordinance for appropriations and tax rates for 2026 civil city budget.
Do I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Discussion, and Clerk Treasurer Parthun, this was the budget, this is the big one.
This is the budget, yes.
And again, no tax increase.
No tax increase.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Second and final reading of an ordinance fixing salaries,
Make a
year
mo-
2026.
I make a motion to read an ordinance for the second time by title only.
Second.
We're whizzing through this. and I-
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Councilman Buchanan.
An ordinance fixing salaries of appointed officers and employees of the city of LaPorte, Indiana for the year 2026.
Can I mention, we did have
Please.
one amendment in the salary ordinance that we emailed out today, and I printed in front of you. It's in the engineering department. There's one specific role, I guess, in the engineering department that changed by $3,000.
And just,
Do I have an amended motion?
yeah, I read it by title only from her original, so
Okay.
it doesn't need amended, I don't think. But just to note that all of these had public hearings last month regarding them, and Courtney put them on our website for review
Correct.
for this, so they've been accessible.
So I do have a motion and a second, and remember, many of these raise or increase in pay are bonuses because we don't feel comfortable in the future with the continued reduction of property taxes that we can continue to pay those increased or pay a potential salary increase in the future. So, once again, no tax increase.
Correct.
Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Second and final reading of ordinance, salaries for elected officials that are staying the same. Councilman Galloway.
Your Honor, I'd like to read a ordinance for the second time by title only.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Councilman Galloway.
An ordinance establishing salaries of elected officials of the city of LaPorte from the general fund for the year 2026.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? And again, this is all on the website and has been discussed at the first meeting in October. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Introduction of a resolution adopting a definitive policy and written fiscal plan. Councilman
I want that.
Buchanan. Sorry, Tim.
I make a motion to read a resolution for the first and only time in its entirety.
Second.
Motion and second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Councilman Buchanan.
A resolution adopting a definitive policy and written fiscal plan, whereas Indiana Code, Section 38-4-3.1-1D requires that a municipality develop a written fiscal plan and establish a definitive policy by resolution that meets the requirements set forth in Indiana Code 34-4-13-3 in an area proposed to be annexed. And whereas the City of LaPorte City has prepared a fiscal plan for an area to be annexed as a result of a voluntary petition submitted by the owners of the territory, annexation territory. And whereas the written fiscal plan complies with the requirements of Indiana law regarding the provision of capital and non-capital services to the annexation territory and should be adopted by the city. Now therefore be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of LaPorte, Indiana as follows. The written fiscal plan attached hereto and incorporated as Exhibit A is hereby adopted for the annexation territory and the proposed annexation as set forth in ordinance for annexation. for the parcels owned by the City of LaPorte, LaPorte County, and the State of Indiana. End of resolution.
So this is a resolution and can pass this evening. Ms. O'Brien may have heard the term annexation, but Mr. Phillips, would you like to speak to this? Again, a lot of work went in to keep our guard in LaPorte.
Certainly. So this is the fiscal plan related to the annexation of 3 parcels involved, including a parcel owned by the city of LaPorte, LaPorte County, and the state of Indiana. So to begin with, I'll just direct your attention to page 3 of the document, which indicates that this proposed annexation is approximately 20 acres, and it does meet the contiguity requirements required by law of at least 12.5% contiguity with the existing boundaries of the city. The current land use is the National Guard Armory located on the property, and the rest of the property is vacant and will likely remain so. The current current zoning will remain the same. It's a combination of R1B single family and B2 general business. The current population is 0. There are no residents involved in this annexation, so it's a public facility-driven annexation that does not involve any residents. It has 0 property assessed valuation because, again, it is a combination of state and county and municipal property. So we do not expect any tax revenues to be generated from this annexation. The following pages indicate basically that there is no impact to the provision of non-capital services. There's a negligible impact on any of those services based on the one facility that's located in the annexation area. And all capital improvements intended to be made with regard to this project will be made at the cost of the state of Indiana. So there's no cost to the city for the provision of the extension of those utilities. So essentially, there's no anticipated fiscal impact that's expected as a part of this annexation. As I said, the impacts will be negligible, and no indebtedness as a result of that as well. And this one's pretty straightforward, so I'm happy to answer any questions you have related to this fiscal plan.
Great work on this, the effort that you put in. I also want to thank the commissioners, Commissioner Hollifield, Commissioner Grammarosa, Commissioner Haney, for their partnership in this. And I don't think anybody would have been pleased if the National Guard would have moved on outside of the city of LaPorte or LaPorte County. So, Mr. Otis, you were a great addition to this as well.
I appreciate the county's help on it. I was admittedly, grew up here, driven by the armory, been to events there, had no idea, when they're working, there's 80 to 100 people that come in the community, stay at our hotels, eat at our restaurants. It's a very important part of the community. And I think the other thing that gentleman mentioned was that this is a very good recruiting facility for them as well, which means our local people are serving. So I would ask that before this is voted on, if we could do item 14, the public hearing first, so if anybody wants to comment on the fiscal plan, they have that opportunity before it's voted on.
Sure.
So,
Absolutely. Other comments, questions?
Just to echo that, I appreciate Mr. Hollifield commenting with, and it's nice to see the cooperation between the city and county. And the Guard had been actively consolidating and closing units. So if this didn't happen, if they weren't brought into the city for municipal water and stuff, we might have lost the National Guard here in LaPorte. So it's very important that this happened.
Thank you. Mr. Phillips?
Any other questions?
I spent a lot of time there as a kid. My dad was in the Guard for 20 years, so
Thank you
grew
for
up in
his
that building.
service.
It wasn't my service.
Thank you for his service.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Public hearing and introduction. Council President Frankie.
Your Honor, I move to read an ordinance for the first time, not in its entirety, in order to not bore and put everyone to sleep, but regarding this annexation.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Council President Frankie reading just the,
Just the ordinance name and names of petitioners. Yep.
An ordinance of the Common Council of the City of LaPorte, Indiana, annexing to and bringing within the city limits of LaPorte, Indiana, and amending the zoning ordinance for property located in Scipio and Center Townships contiguous herewith. Name of petitioners, LaPorte County, 555 Michigan Ave, LaPorte, Indiana. Parcel ID 46-10-03-401-014.00-060, Scipio Township, 7.04 acres. Number 2, State of Indiana, Real Estate Division, INDOT, 100 North Senate Ave, Room N like Nancy, 758-RE. Indianapolis, Indiana, 46204, parcel ID 46-10-03-401-011.00-060, Scipio Township. Number 3, City of LaPorte, 801 Michigan Ave, LaPorte, Indiana, 46350, parcel ID 46-10-03-252-006.00-042, Center Township, 4.65 acres.
Thank you.
So, again, Mr. Otis, if you'd like to explain what this ordinance is in addition to the armory?
Thank you. So this is a proposed annexation ordinance of 3 parcels here in LaPorte County. All of them, I think everyone on the council is aware of the 3 parcels. These are kind of west of the current city boundaries. The council, I think maybe the only I think Councilwoman Ficus and Councilman Galloway were on the council when you established that in order to get utilities, you needed to either sign an annexation waiver or be annexed into the city. So worked with the Armory because they need our utilities for this significant expansion that they're going to do. Before you, there's no zoning change to any of these parcels. They're going to maintain the same zoning that they had. Ironically, so the LaPorte County is going to remain R1B. This is the parcel that the county is currently kind of doing some tree removal east of Ziegler Road. And then the Armory property will remain R1B. And then ironically, the city of LaPorte owned property outside the city limits that is zoned B2 and will remain B2.
So with that, I'd like to open up for a public hearing. It has been put out for notice.
It has been advertised.
It has been advertised.
It's advertised September 23rd of 2025.
I will now open this up to a public hearing, and I know Councilwoman Huffman will abstain from this because of her relationship with work with the state of Indiana.
That is
Please, Mr. Skiat, please state your name and address regarding the Armory.
My name is Paul Skiat, 3196 North Briarleaf Court. Tom, I had heard you and Roger talk about back in the day where the Armory assisted with some snow removal and some other things. In addition to, they spend money at hotels and restaurants, and I appreciate that. I don't want to diminish it, but what other kind of relationship do we have with them? And number 2, I'm asking it in relationship to some of the things that are going on in the nation with regard to the National Guard and going into municipalities and things like that. And if you could speak to that relationship to the extent that you can, I'd appreciate it.
Sure, and I don't know if Mr. Phillips wants to add, but basically training has been going on for many of the new guardsmen. And, we've only known them, and I think Mr. Howfield and I can both attest that it really comes in support of bad weather, which we see and have seen quite a bit of it. I can't speak to anything other than moving to other larger communities where the Guard from LaPorte has been engaged.
Yep.
They might be able to help turn off cars as well. But other than that, any other comments? This would also include the annexation. Mr. Hollifield? Commissioner Hollifield, I apologize.
There you go, Big Daddy. One thing I forgot to say earlier, that This cooperation is also going to allow us to have sewer and water run over to that ground we're clearing, so we can eventually, hopefully, turn it into a campground or put buildings there and provide sewer and water for the patrons of the LaPorte County Fair. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Comment from the public. Mr. Cook? I will now close public comment.
Vote on the resolution.
So now do I have a motion to vote in support of the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Is this, we're voting on,
The fiscal plan only.
Okay.
The ordinance
Got it.
for annexation will be on the agenda for the next meeting.
And Councilman Huffman, you're abstaining from both the fiscal plan and the ordinance, or just the,
I would think you'd abstain from both.
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes on the resolution, and then the public hearing or the ordinance will move now to,
November 3rd.
can we believe it, November 3rd.
Cannot.
Introduction of an ordinance to amend an ordinance. Councilwoman West.
Your Honor, I move to introduce an ordinance read for the first time in its entirety.
Second.
Motion and second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Councilwoman West.
An ordinance to amend ordinance number 26-2024, an ordinance fixing salaries of appointed officers and employees of the City of LaPorte, Indiana for the year 2025 Department of Transportation. Now therefore, be it and it is hereby ordained by the Common Council of the City of LaPorte, Indiana, that Section 1, ordinance number 26-2024 of the City of LaPorte, Indiana, adopted by the Common Council on October 21st of 2024, is hereby amended to add the following positions: Department of Transportation, full-time driver, dispatcher, $18 per hour. Section 2, in all other regards, ordinance number 26-2024 shall be unchanged. And Section 3, this ordinance shall be in full force and effect upon the passage, approval by the mayor, and publication as required by law.
So this is an ordinance that will be up for November 3rd. This is allowing transport to have one full-time driver that can drive as well as dispatch, because we basically only have two dispatchers. But we have an individual that really has done a great job driving for transport, and as we see more and more need, especially during the winter months, and the funding continued to be reduced, or who knows what will happen at the federal level. Courtney Parthun, our clerk treasurer, was able to maneuver a way to make this happen. And the senior citizens and the lower income people especially will be appreciative that we were able to do this, that need those rides on transport. So,
There's still,
questions?
the full-time salary still has to work within the budget. The budget's set for 2025 for transport, just to make that clear.
Any comments? Hearing none. Introduction of a resolution. Councilwoman Huffman.
Did you pass it?
No, it's not it's an
Oh, it's
ordinance.
ordinance, got it.
Introduction of a resolution,
I'm going to ask that this be tabled. Item 16.
because,
I'm waiting on a legal description for one of the parcels, so.
do I have a motion to
Motion
table?
to table.
Second.
Discussion?
We've got, I think ultimately it'll be 5 parcels that'll be transferred, and we didn't have the updated legal description for one of them, so working with Matt Hagenow on that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion tables, or resolution tables. Introduction of a resolution to transfer funds within the 2025 budgets. Councilman Galloway.
Your Honor, I'd like to read a resolution for the first and only time.
Second.
Motion and a second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Councilman Galloway.
Resolution to transfer funds within the 2025 budgets. Whereas there are additional monies needed in certain line items in 2025 budgets in order to pay for essential services and obligations. Now therefore be it, and it is hereby resolved by the Common Council of the City of LaPorte, Indiana, that the following transfers be made within the following budgets for the year 2025. General, Police Department, 1101-370. From 111 salaries to 365 vehicle leases, $16,000. Seated, 2209-465. From 415-5050 sidewalks to 415.001 ADA sidewalks, $18,131. From 415-5050 sidewalks to 4435-465-431 general improvement sidewalks, $31,869. Civic non-reverting, 5504-803, from 391.002 event staff to 315.002 event staff tips, $450.90. From 391.002 event staff to 391.001 deposit refunds, $3,000. And the resolution.
Clerk Treasurer Parthun, just more standard transfers as we come towards the end of the year.
Correct. And just to point out, there are still sidewalk projects being done. We're just shifting some funds around so that the ADA sidewalk program can happen, and then some other sidewalk projects related to the Indiana Avenue project can be done.
And I will tell you, the council, we appreciate, you've pushed to say we want more sidewalks done, you want more roads done, so this is direct impact from your interest in seeing more sidewalks completed. This is a resolution can pass this evening. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Other business. Couple items. Number one, I've asked some of our federal delegates to say, while the shutdown continues to happen, why are we as taxpayers paying to the federal government? I know the IRS requires it even during a shutdown, but Congress can pass a change to that, and I think people could use those tax dollars at the federal level for NIPSCO bills, groceries, and we're continuing to pay to Washington, D.C. while they don't work. So I think I'll have another meeting this Thursday with one of our federal legislators. This isn't, I'm not picking sides. I blame both sides, Republicans, Democrats, and let's get it together, get back to work. But in the meantime, those dollars could stay in our pockets. So number one there. And then number two, we actually have a very good, I'll say very good working relationship with the county. And, you know, when we talk about data centers, when we talk about different types of development, they have a different view on it. And you're going to see where the county council has a different view on increasing income tax. We've been opposed to that. We stated last week that we're opposed to the income tax for EMS, which is a 0.20 increase. And we're going to ask all of you to contact your county councilman to make sure that they understand not to support this, and we all have to roll up our sleeves. And I think our budget, the tax rate has not moved.
It's stayed pretty level for the last 4 years, at least.
And we have a structurally balanced budget, so. Comments?
No, but thank you.
Ms. West, would you like to add anything from your experience at the county council meeting?
I don't want
Nothing that
to.
you can say publicly. With that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Have a great day, everyone.